Hello, it is us again. It is me again. And I hope you guys can see me this time. And please let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much for being so patient with me and being so patient with us. So Cheval and Corina, do you mind letting me know if you can see me? And Dorothy, thank you so much for your patience. And please let me know. Okay. And thank you so much. And I apologize and I appreciate you guys for being so patient. And today is also, for those of you who just joined us, today is also going to be the last Facebook Live show of season 1. So far, you have been with me on this journey, and we did 49 Facebook Live over the course of a year. And thank you so much. Oh, Keith. Hey, Keith. And thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, and especially given the technical issues that we had. And Deborah is here. Thank you so much. Let's wait for Monique to join us, and we are going to get this started. I will resume my show in September, and I'm also going to share my Facebook group and linked to my Facebook page so that you guys can stay updated of any show. And I don't want you to miss this. I will resume the show after I come back from my inbound conference in September. I have an amazing line of guests waiting for you for season 2. So let's do this. Monique just send you an invitation to join the live discussion. And if you guys have any questions related to Instagram, please do feel free to post in the comment, and I'm going to ask you to ask the questions that you have asked. Hey, Nick, thank you so much. If you can also let us know where you are joining us from, that would be greatly appreciated. I am sending you my best wishes from Seoul, South Korea, and Monique is joining us from Canada. So please let us know where you are joining us from. And I'm inviting Monique back again. Welcome back. So I'm just going to get started. You just need to love technology and deal with it. So I'm just going to get started with my questions here. And can you hear me? Hey, Keith, thank you so much. In the U.S., we have quite a few people from U.S. I know Deborah is in Singapore. And let me bring her back again. Now you guys see how hard, how challenging it is to deal with technology. Welcome back.
Okay, hopefully this time it works.
Third time is a charm. Okay, so you are a well-known personal trainer and fitness model. You have earned numerous certifications, and you were the winner of so many competitions up until the summer of 2017. Monique, you were still a full-time occupational health and safety officer in Alberta, Canada, but now you are a full-time personal trainer. So as you rediscovered your professional interest and passion, what role did Instagram play in elevating your career to the next level? And why Instagram? And how large, how active was your Instagram community back in the summer of 2017?
So I'll start with that, I guess. I don't really remember how large it was in 2017. That was a long time ago. But it is progressively growing, and it does grow based on how often I post, the quality of content that I post. And it's more, what I've learned along the way is it's more, hi Lisa, what you want to do is post to the people that you want to communicate with. So a lot of times I think with fitness models and girls in the industry, they'll post a lot of bikini, you know, shots, or how beautiful they are and how beautiful their bodies are. And that's great. People, I think, should see that you work hard for it. You should definitely post about it. But at the same time, if your demographic is going to be, you know, women between the ages of 25 and 45 who you want to convert to clients, you also kind of want to post information and, you know, things related to health and fitness versus just, you know, how great I look in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
So what's been the most instrumental to me, and this is going to be a plug for my best friend, who her name is Mindy Harley. She is a social media manager. She owns Social Empire, and we both kind of came into our own at the same time. We used to compete together. She actually lives in Omaha. So she just launched her online business where she's doing social media managing. And based on the things that she teaches us, her clients, she does it herself, and her own business has escalated immensely. So my best advice is for people to hire somebody who specializes in that field, right? Especially if it's business related. Yeah.
So did you hire Mindy? And
I did.
Okay, right after you started like this professional rediscovery. Okay,
yeah.
So that's kind of what helps you a lot.
So it's the same as you want to get in really good shape. You know, a lot of people think I'll just go on Google and, you know, follow this plan or this seems like a very popular diet right now. The best thing you can do for yourself in almost any situation is to hire a professional, because people specialize in certain things, right? Then they can add value to, you know, my Instagram, my Facebook, the content I create and put out there, the times you want to post at. I didn't know any of that stuff until she told me. So
yeah, this is great. This is actually a great way to transition to my next question. So reflecting on your personal Instagram journey and everything you learned from your coach and this social media strategist, and what are some of the top like secrets or lessons that you learned in terms of building engagement and developing your own community on Instagram?
So I guess just from my own personal experience is it's important to engage with, you know, the people that are leaving comments for you. It's important to reply. You know, they say you have a 5-minute window before the algorithm, you know, kicks you out or whatever to end up on the explore page. But beyond that, it's important to build those relationships, because they are all online. So, you know, like I have a client, Shabba from Houston, like he found me on Instagram. So he's my first American client, which I would have never gotten if, you know, I wasn't commenting back or, you know, at least engaging with my audience. I have a girl who reached out from the UK yesterday. So it's obviously, it's a great way to expand your reach, but it's also important to treat people online the same way you would in real life. So if somebody smiles and says hello to you, you would do the same back to them. I would hope anyways, right?
Yeah. But these are incredible. So how did those people discover you from different countries? So are you saying
I have no idea. Hashtags maybe?
So are you saying that they have become your paying customers because of your Instagram presence? That's pretty much how they discovered you, right?
Yep. I mean, it's definitely something that will get your foot in the door with a lot of people, what you're putting out there, you know, and they reach out to you, and then you still have to communicate with them. Like I always follow up with a consultation call, and I get to know them and make sure that we're a good fit for one another. Because a lot of times, you know, like a client and like a trainer and a client aren't the right fit. So they like different methods, they do different things, you know, so it's just kind of important to make sure you have that conversation afterwards, because it's so digitalized now. So it's all, you know, social media, emails. Like, do people even talk to their clients anymore on the phone? You barely see them in person. Like, it's nice to keep that human touch in the mix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we have a question here from Dorothy, and she's asking if one is to start all over on Instagram from scratch, and where should this person start? Like, do you have any recommendation for anyone new to Instagram or like kind of new to Instagram and they want to grow their community? What are some things that they have to do in order to grow community from being a relatively newbie to the platform?
These are good questions for Mindy's. I don't know. I guess I would just say, you know, be authentic. Put what you are out there. Don't put what you think people want to see. It's more, to me anyways, it's about being authentic. If someone doesn't like you, then they don't like you. There's nothing you can do about it. But, you know, if you're pretending to be someone you're not just to get likes and, you know, like, what is a like really? It's the engagement that gets you somewhere, right? Especially to convert, you know, followers to customers.
Yeah, yeah. How long does it take for you from to convert someone from a follower to like a paying customer?
Oh, I have no idea. Hopefully not long. It depends on if they like what they see, right? If they see something on my page that, you know, resonates with them and makes them think, you know, hey, this girl would be great to work with. We would be a good fit together. They like who I am, my methods, my transformations. They can see themselves aligning with that. Then obviously they would reach out and hopefully anyways, and they would convert to
Yeah,
a
yeah.
client. But
Are there, like you mentioned, like engaging with people and being like authentic? So can you also share with us, like in terms of content, you have really great content on Instagram. So how much in advance do you plan out your content on Instagram? Do you have a content calendar, or you throw content on the fly? So how do you do it?
when I saw this question on your email, it made me giggle because on Wednesdays, I started posting like workout Wednesdays, right? And it's rarely planned out like days in advance. It's usually the day before Wednesday or that Wednesday. My boyfriend actually, he does most of my pictures for me. He does my videos for me. It's his second job. So I'm fortunate enough to have somebody who actually got into it and enjoys taking photos and has learned from a very good photographer friend of mine who is a big name in the fitness industry. So I'm just, it's not, I don't use a planner. I should, I don't. Sometimes I forget to post. But I'm sure more consistency would bring me better results, obviously.
So how often do you post? Like every day or?
That's another good. I should post every day. Yeah, I should post a couple times a day. I have been taught to post more than once on your peak days. So if you have a business account, you can check your activity. So you can see what your demographic is. You can see when the best times to post are. So if I was somebody else too, I would just look at that and see, you know, is Thursday really good? If it is, then post, you know, 2-3 times a day on Thursday. If Saturdays are
Mm-hmm.
really bad, then don't post on Saturdays, you know. But myself,
Yeah.
I don't post enough. I get in a lot of crap for that. So,
But thank you
yeah,
for being so honest with
yeah.
us. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to give a quick shout out to Coach Zizi. Thank you so much for finally discovering us. And thank you for being here. And everyone, if you are just joining us, this is going to be the last Facebook Live show of the season before we resume in September after I come back from the inbound conference. And today we are discussing Instagram. Please feel free to ask any of your questions related to Instagram. And Monique is a personal trainer and she has successfully converted many of her followers into paying customers. We are just talking about that right now. Yeah. So you're just you, if you didn't plan out your content days in advance, but I think this probably works for you. You already have
Yeah.
like hundreds of like comments and likes and engagement. Very good.
I'm very lucky. Yes, I'm very blessed.
Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned you mentioned the insights, like you were talking about
Yes, that's what it
analytics.
is. Mm-hmm.
So do you look at your analytics every day, or how often do you use it?
I should, yeah. I usually, so for me right now, what I'm personally trying to do with my account is I'm trying to change my demographic. So right now I'm at about 58% males and 42% females, ranging from age 25 to 45. Um, what I'm trying to do right now is to flip those numbers because, and it's not that, you know, I don't take male clients. It's not that I don't enjoy training males, but I'm trying to get away from that, you know, just a quick like on a picture versus, you know, a woman having some engagement with it. My clientele is, you know, 90% female based. So
Yeah, like it's so fascinating to me because my understanding of being a personal trainer is that you have to train the person in person, you know, physically in
yeah.
person. I love what you are doing to offer training like remotely. That is just like so fascinating. And you are able to do that through technology and social media. So can you please share this with us? How did you manage to do that? Like doing training virtually?
So it's actually quite popular now. Obviously, you would know from looking at Instagram, everyone is a coach or a trainer. Um, I stumbled across, I didn't actually stumble across it. A girlfriend who is a personal trainer showed me an app that she utilizes. It's called Trainer Eyes, and it's it's really popular in Canada and the US, but your clients can use it from anywhere in the world. Um, and it just uploads their workouts in there. It uploads their meal plans in there. They get demonstration videos for each of the exercises. There's an in-app messenger. It's actually, it holds people accountable to almost the same extent as your trainer being there with you at the gym
Mm.
because, you know, my girl Amanda that's watching could check in for her workout one night and I'll see that she checked in. We'll say that she doesn't check in for a couple nights in a row. I can see that she hasn't and I can follow up with a message, right? And ask her what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on. Why are you slacking? We have this fem sport thing coming up.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it
yeah,
it holds them accountable and it's also, oh my gosh, it's much cheaper than training with someone in person.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it kind of opens the door to a lot of, you know, opportunities for people to get in shape.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a great point. Yeah, I don't know if anyone of you is into personal training, and you should definitely check out this app, which sounds really amazing to me. And here's a comment from Coach Zizi, who was saying that the reason you are so popular because you have a six pack or eight
I
pack.
do not. I do
But
not. No, that
I think quite on the opposite, and I think it is even more challenging to stand out in the fitness and health industry because it's so popular. And there are hundreds, thousands of people doing like fitness, model, all those things. I think you're doing amazing that you can rise above the digital noise, given how many people are doing this and posting pictures like this on a daily basis. So congratulations.
thank you. Well, there's, you know, there's enough success to go around for everybody. So,
Yeah, and we have another question from Keith, and he is asking if Instagram is your primary social media platform, and are you also on Twitter or Facebook or Snapchat or any other channels, and why not?
Instagram is definitely my favorite. I think it might be everyone's favorite now. I know Twitter is very old school and I didn't get into it when it was super popular. But now from my understanding, that's where you go to get the news, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do have a Twitter account. I don't utilize it as much. I have a Facebook a business page. I think I have about 20,000 followers on there too, but I also don't utilize it as much as I should. Instagram is definitely my favorite. I really like how they're
Mm,
doing the IG stories, and now you can do the IGTV. So, you know, there's
I can.
a lot of opportunity for us to put out information there for other people, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. This is great. And what I learned so far from you, Monique, is sometimes, you know, we feel so intimidated by all those like gurus or experts telling us we need A, B, C, and D, we need to be on A, B, C, D channels. But what I learned from you is that if you just crush on one channel, that is good enough. And maybe only after you crush or master that one channel and you move on to other platforms. So that is really such a great point for me. And so Coach Zizi, who is really into personal training and exercising, and he asked if you can please share the name of the app again.
Okay, I'll just write it in the comments for him.
Thank you.
It's called Trainerize, and how it actually works is you set up an account as a personal trainer. And then when you get clients, you send them a link and then they get access to the app. So it's not just for everybody to just use. You have to be set up as a personal training account, and then your clients gain access through the link you provide them.
And I think this is not only to like personal training. And I think, you know, my Facebook live show is called Classroom Without Walls. And I think having a digital CEO or digital lifestyle business, it is possible for everyone, even like traditional businesses that you used to, like taking yoga classes in person. And nowadays, it can happen in the digital space.
Totally. Yeah. So my coach actually, because every coach needs a coach, everyone needs a coach, he actually does virtual training. So he actually has his clients from the UK or Japan or wherever set up their cameras and they work out while he is behind his computer and able to coach them.
Wow, this is like eye-opening.
Next level, like,
yeah. Really next level, and really encourage. I want to challenge every one of you who join us live. Many of you are into this digital lifestyle business and really think outside the box and to see like if you can bring your business to the digital space. And hey, Dr. Will, thank you so much for joining us. And he is asking if you have a golden rule in terms of how much of yourself that you share on Instagram.
That is a really good question, actually. I am naturally a quite private person. I don't believe everyone should know everyone's business. But that being said, because you want to connect with the audience, you want them to be able to see, you know, like I said, who you are authentically as yourself. I prefer to be very real versus, you know, just giving people what they want to see. This is who I am, you know, take it or leave it. Hopefully people will want to take it. But I guess whatever the comfort zone is, right? So I have been told before that a lot of fitness models don't post their significant others. And you'll look at some pages of, you know, coaches, fitness models, and you never see their husbands, their boyfriends, but you know that they have them. I've never believed that would be a good method for me, just because, you know, I have a guy, he exists and he's a big part of my life. So I like to share that with people, and also then people don't get the wrong idea. So so I guess it's your comfort level, right?
Yeah, definitely. And also I think depending on your industry, you are in fitness. And I saw on your personal, on your newsfeed, you have lots of pictures of yourself working out and short videos doing workout. And I think it is important for you to show that you are walking the talk, right? You are teaching people something and you are also doing that yourself. And I think maybe also depending on the industry, like for some industries, you probably want to do more of like just like using yourself as an example to encourage your community.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw these comments from Keith saying that Twitter is for old people. Yeah. But I still love Twitter. Yeah. And you were talking about Instagram Insights, and I also want to kind of follow up on that. And can you guys please let me know in the comments how many of you have a personal Instagram page and how many of you have a public page? Because the analytics is only available if you are having a public page. And I frequently alternate between using my personal page and using my public page. And sometimes I can see difference in terms of my engagement rate and things like that. But I do know that with the public page, the insights, the analytics are truly valuable. I look at them and pretty often. Yeah, yeah. And we were talking about, oh, hey, Brigitte, you are here. Thank you. And we were talking about IGTV. You briefly mentioned that. So can you please share more with us, Monique, in terms of what you think about Instagram stories, Instagram Live, and IGTV? And just 2 days ago, maybe yesterday, Instagram just released Ask Me Questions. I saw that feature on Instagram. So what do you think about all of them? And do you use them regularly, the Stories Live TV feature? And how has using them helped you develop your business and community on Instagram?
Well, I guess they make it so you can never come off of it now, hey?
That's the plan.
Yeah. I feel like the IG stories is taking over Snapchat, because I personally, I never go on Snapchat anymore because Instagram story is there. It's all in one app. The IGTV is interesting. I have a few teammates, some other people I know who share a lot of information, and the IGTV works really well for them because they can speak into the camera and share whatever they need to share, and people can, they're getting it out there. I personally have not used the IGTV yet. I have a problem with making videos, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of being in front of the camera when it's live or speaking into it. So even this is like a big step for me.
Oh, thank you for being outside of your comfort zone and joining us.
That's okay. But other than that, I pretty much, to answer your question, I think it's just basically, it's more ways for us to reach our audience and them to get to know us. So I do use the IG story feature quite a bit so people can see, a little bit into my life. It's a good place to post transformation photos and, reposting clients who are kicking ass. It's a great place for sharing stuff like that. And, it's just another way for other people to become engaged.
Yeah. I actually, I really appreciate you. Hey, Matthew, thank you for joining us, for being so honest with us, Monique. I truly do. And I remember I had this conversation with Mark Schaefer when he was on my Facebook live show at the beginning of this year. Everyone was talking about video is so important and being on video, doing stories here and there. And he was just saying, I don't like it. I'm not comfortable. And he doesn't do videos that much. And his main thing is blogging. He loves writing. He loves being a blogger. So what I learned from you, from what you shared, is that you really embrace who you are and being confident in your message and the way you do Instagram without being so influenced by many others. And I really love it.
Thanks.
Yeah. And speaking of IGTV, and yes, I just saw this comment from Nick. He was saying that Instagram engagement is phenomenal. I truly agree. And I personally used IGTV. I have a few episodes there, and there are many things that I love IGTV, and I love how you can easily share your IGTV. Like you can put a link on your Instagram story. So when you're doing an Instagram story, and that is such a nice feature. And IGTV also has a very simple analytics that you can look at, like how many people viewed and to what extent they finish the videos. And you can also, they also give you a link. So you can share that link on Twitter, on Facebook, on whatever platforms that you use. And it's a great feature. And I think for you, Monique, you can even do some like personal fitness, like training, like Motivation Monday, give us some reduce belly fat, for example, or building some pecs there. And I think that can be maybe like, even without yourself being in front of a camera, maybe someone could just shoot like a video of you doing some exercise. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
Oh, of course. And I love this comment from Nick. He was saying that just not being influenced by what others people are doing and saying, and being you. And I think that's one of my biggest takeaway from our chat today. Being you and embracing who you are and listen to yourself, without being influenced by so many others. Yeah. So just to wrap up here, everyone, if you have any last minute question, please feel free to ask before we wrap up. So what are your favorite Instagram tools or apps that you use, Monique, other than the platform itself?
What do I use? Well, so I use iMovie for videos, but other than that, I think I use, the most I use is an app called Over, where you can just place like your logo or whatever on top of a photo, the collages. And there's another one. I can't remember what it's called. Oh yeah, I can't remember. There's only, it's mostly just to make the transformation pictures or, make the videos. There's a real struggle with the adding music to videos and it being allowed on Instagram. So if anybody has any tips on that,
Yeah. So how to Over? Is that what you said earlier? The one you mentioned?
Over.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Canva is really good too, just for creating content.
Yeah. And speaking of IGTV, I recently discovered this app called Video Shop, and which allows me, I also love iMovie, but Video Shop, I feel like a little bit easier to use, and I can add a very brief like intro music to my IGTV like video. I introduce who I am, add some video music. I can clap for myself, so that was kind of funny. Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
if you think of the third app, Monique, maybe you could share in the comment section later in terms of making transformation and pictures. Oh, Lightroom. Okay.
Lightroom.
Yeah. Awesome. It's great. Yeah. So what is next for you? And how can we help you? Today's conversation has been really fascinating. And I love everything you shared. And what is next for you?
I couldn't tell you. Just keep doing the same old thing that I'm doing, I guess. I'm going to the gym after this for sure.
Awesome.
I'm doing a Miss Health and Fitness contest. So if anybody wants to vote for me, you can head over to my Facebook page and click a link and give me a vote. That can bump me up in the contest maybe. But other than that, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And, hopefully people keep converting from followers to clients. And I know I have an amazing client, Cheval, from Houston, who, honestly, I never realized the potential of the reach that you can have from social media until he connected with me. So it's just, I guess, staying consistent with what you're doing. So maybe I'm not doing the most popular things to get the fastest amount of followers, but the quality of my followers is amazing. So
amen. I love that.
Yeah.
I think in social media, everyone is looking at numbers, who has the biggest followers, and many of my friends, they even purchase followers. And I love how you approach and prioritize quality versus quantity. Yeah. And Cheval is just amazing. Yeah. I'm sure there's something in your content that is gravitating, that is attracting Cheval to become your client. Yeah. And please, yes. So people are asking if you can share the link to your Facebook page and in the comment section so that they can give you a boost. And because I'm like, it's hard for me to type right now. I'm now in front of my computer. Cheval, can you also share Monique her Instagram handle and the link so everyone can follow her on Instagram? Hey, Lucille, thank you for joining us. We are just wrapping up here. And so one parting piece of advice regarding building community and engagement on Instagram.
I would say, can I give you two?
3, even better.
I would say, obviously, just be authentic. The right people are going to come across your path. That's just typically the way the universe works. And always reply to people. Always, even if their comments don't make a lot of sense to you, it's still nice to tell them that, hey, thanks for the comment. Let them know that you're there, and and they'll keep commenting, and that will eventually show up in other people's news feeds and on the explore page, you know, and you don't know who their friends are and their friends. And it's a very viable way to get, you know, more followers without having to buy them or whatever.
Yeah. Those are great. Very good tips.
Oh, and of course, hire somebody.
Yes.
Third piece, hire a coach.
Yeah. What do they say? Let the professional do the professional work, and learn to outsource. And you don't have to do everything yourself. You know, each of us has our unique talent. For you, it's actually doing the workout. So maybe social media is not your thing, or photography, like taking pictures. Hire someone else and seek help and reach out. Yeah. And I saw a comment from Coach Zizi. Yes, it is called Video Shop. And check it out. It's free, and they also have a paid version, but the free one can allow you to do many of the things that I use to edit my videos on Instagram, IGTV. Yeah. And here's a quick question, Shiva. I don't know if you want to answer. And Coach Daisy is asking, how is your fitness journey working with Monique? And you can just leave in the comment section. Yeah. Be authentic and engage and hire someone. So those are amazing 3 pieces of advice. And we already shared. If not, I'm going to make sure to share Monique's social media information. But just, can you please repeat your Instagram handle, Monique, so that people can follow you?
Yeah, it's at Monique Kabel. So if you just type in my first name with an underscore and then Kabel, I should pop up.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And thank you so much, Monique, for really
thank you. Thank you for having me.
For great conversation. I truly appreciate you and everyone. And please follow her. And please join my Facebook group. That's how you are going to stay updated. I'm going to resume the show in September. So there's going to be a big window of break. And if you have any suggestions in terms of topics and guests that I should be bringing on to the show, please feel free to share in the Facebook group or comment here. I will make sure this show is not just for me. It is for us to learn together and to learn from each other. So thank you so much for being with me on this amazing journey. And thank you again, Monique. I will see you guys online and in September. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to stop here, and I will also share the link to join my Facebook group, and please join, and that's how you stay in touch with me. And you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being on this journey with me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Enjoy summer. Oh, thank you. Oh, so sweet. Hey, Wensun, and thank you so much. Yes.